Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
This week, Giorgi Isakadze had the opportunity to conduct a sit-down interview with Irakli Baidashvili, who currently serves as the president of the American Chamber of Commerce. Baidashvili is the executive vice president of GMT Group. The company is one of the largest U.S. direct investments in Georgia, the owner of 2 Marriott hotels, the Funicular Restaurant, and several major real estate sites in Tbilisi. He's also a member of the investor.ge editorial board and resides on the Prime Minister's Professional Education Authorization Council on behalf of AmCham. He is also president of the national barcoding agency GS1 Georgia. AmCham is the largest international business chamber in Georgia with more than 200 company members. Founded in 1998, AmCham's primary objective is to promote U.S.-Georgia ties and the improvement of the business environment in Georgia. They do this by working with the government to help shape improvements in the business regulations, facilitating connections between Georgian and international investors, and by supporting business and government links. According to AmCham, this is done in a range of ways. Through regular meetings, they keep members in contact with senior officials in the government of Georgia, the U.S. Embassy, and each other. The magazine investor.ge provides insights into changes in the economy and updates on the deals being done and the personalities behind them. Finally, committee work provides a vehicle for collecting opinions, conducting research, and lobbying the government on particular issues of importance to their members and the business community more widely.
Irakli, many thanks for your time and congrats with the elections.
Thank you very much, and it's really a great honor, and I mean personal privilege for me.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting us. Today is going to be the exemption when I'm not touching anything about GMT Group, but anyway, you're the host, so thanks for being in Marriott Tbilisi. I will not be original if I will say that this is one of my favorite places in Tbilisi.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor for us.
Tell us about the last year. I mean, 2022 was the year when you've been elected as an acting president of American Chamber of Commerce in Georgia. But as a short reminder to our viewers and followers, since 1998, if I'm not mistaken, AmCham is based in Georgia, was launched, founded, and from the very beginning, you in person, you as a representative, as a managing partner of GMT Group, are one of the founding members of AmCham in Georgia. Please tell us, what was AmCham in 1998, and where are we? 25 years, anniversary. We've just entered anniversary year.
Thank you very much for mentioning that. Actually, yes, we are in the year of anniversary for AmCham.
Wow.
As the organization was founded back in 1998 by a couple of different companies, quite a small group of the companies. If I remember correctly, it was 8 companies, including our company, which was the founding member of AmCham. This was from one side, and from the other side, the U.S. Ambassador, Ken Yalowitz. You remember him? Yes, one of the great U.S. ambassadors. He was also the initiator from the official side. Therefore, this was kind of a great cooperation
Embassy
as it started
yeah.
between AmCham and Embassy. And actually then we established a very good tradition when a new coming U.S. ambassador becomes the honorary president, or honorary, call it honorary chairman of AmCham, and we're keeping this tradition since then.
So it still goes on as it was from the very beginning, yeah?
One of the greatest features of AmCham is that whatever we established initially still goes on. And all the traditions and all the founding principles, the way we all founded AmCham, you can see it today, fulfilled and executed.
Never been revised?
If you look at the bylaws of AmCham or any other founding documents, you might see a couple of non-fundamental revisions. Otherwise, all the fundamentals we are keeping as a great tradition and as our founding principles.
The part of these traditions is electing period of AmCham leadership. I was a bit mistaken in regards of 2022, but after some revision and your comments later on, it was planned elections, what was held last year. Tell me about the details and tell me about the acting leadership of AmCham Georgia by 2023.
So as I told you, first of all the main founding principles we retained, which means that biannually, once in 2 years, AmCham elects its board and officers. And the president is elected for the 2-year term and can serve 2 consecutive terms. Therefore, all those presidents who have served AmCham for 2 consecutive 2-year terms then need to resign from the presidency and give the way to the new upcoming other president. Of course, it doesn't mean that after several terms of the other presidents, the same people cannot run, and we have experienced this. The previous terms, 2 terms, have been served by Sarah Williamson, one of the greatest AmCham presidents, I would say, without any exaggeration. The more so, Sarah, by the way, has been one of the unique persons in our universe, AmCham's universe, because she is one of the first female AmCham presidents. And if you're talking about the region, she was actually the first female AmCham president in the whole region. Mike Cowgill, who currently serves, has been elected as the first vice president, has served also 2 consecutive years as the president. Another good news is that it was my suggestion to the General Assembly that because of Sarah's very special role and personal input, we asked her to serve as a chairman emeritus of AmCham.
What does it mean, sir?
The General Assembly approved that. This means that she does not have to spend daily time on AmCham activities, but she's kind of an honorary chairman.
Chairman, okay, I got it.
And having the title to still represent AmCham with any other counterparts, would that be official counterparts or business partners or partners abroad.
Irakli, you mentioned about the new team and you mentioned about Michael Cowgill, who is elected as a first vice president. Tell us about the other representatives of the leadership.
We've got happily quite a refresh in the composition of the board and the officers. George Goga Tbilisi, who is the deputy CEO of the Tbilisi Bank, the organization having probably one of the best reputations in town, but also Goga himself as a personality.
Absolutely.
really great personal reputation within the business community of Georgia, has been elected as the Vice President and Treasurer, which means that he will be overlooking all the financial issues of the chamber. It's great honor for me to say, and I always repeat it with any counterparts, that AmCham is one of those bodies in town which constantly has a growth potential and does grow, but also constantly has a very healthy financial status and healthy financials. And this is part of the success that gives us gravitas within the business community of Georgia today.
Irakli, my last but not the least is a question about the plans for 2023. You definitely have something which is scheduled, which is preliminary, suggested and shared with your members and by your executive team. What kind of follow-up will we have with those who are decision makers within this country, and you as one of the most powerful business association and network, let me say so, you're covering your sort of bridge and lobby for those who might need better quality of communication with the decision maker. It doesn't mean they're from government, parliament, or just regulatory bodies. What's the schedule for 2023 of AmCham Georgia?
Thank you for the question. When I was running for the presidency, my humble commitment to the membership was that I would be adhering to several fundamental principles. One, of course, is that with all my expertise and knowledge and work, I will try to retain the weight and the classiness of the organization throughout my term. Second is that we need to retain all the positive roots and principles we have been traditionally pursuing since we have been established, and this means almost daily work. We're talking about working with the legislative power of the country. We're talking about very close relations and working with the executive bodies, with the counterparts, with the international organizations, financing institutions, and one of the main fundamentals of AmCham daily activities is to help make Georgia a better place for investors, for foreign investors, but also, not less importantly, for the local business community.
Good luck with your plans, good luck with your agenda. My best wishes to your executive team. I'm talking about the AmCham executive team. They're working fantastically. And the new leadership of AmCham Georgia. And maybe it's too early, but congrats to AmCham Georgia for fantastic 25 years being in Georgia.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor for me. And this is hugely supported by the fact that we've got unique and excellent executive team, excellent board, excellent officers, which is a provision for the fact that these 25 years of success is only a good start.
Absolutely, yes. Cheers.
Thank you.
Excellent wine. And bon appetit.
And same to you.
Thank you, sir.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.